Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsavitursvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaskar, my dear friends. This is third video on the sayings of Swami Ramdas. I start this week. This main topic is divine name. I start this video with saying number 113. He who has unshakable faith in the name is saved. Saying 114. In all weathers, cling to the name of the Lord. It is the one plank which does not allow the man who hangs on it to sink and be lost. The name is the Lord, the Guru, and all in all. Saying 115. Japam purifies the mind and enables the aspirant to attain the knowledge of truth. Saying 116. Weakness is felt only when God is forgotten, and the simple way to remember Him is to take His name constantly. Saying 117. Let us cling to His glorious name with all love and faith, and let Him do what He pleases with us. Ours is to realize our immortality. Saying 118. Let the whole life be lived out as an offering to Him who has brought us into being. Let His name be ever on our lips and in our minds. Saying 109. A repetition of the holy mantram purifies the mind. Satsang elevates you and grants you right knowledge. Last comes Guru Kripa. The awareness of it makes you realize that you are the embodiment of an eternal existence full of bliss and peace. Saying number 120. Constant repetition of Ram Mantram and practice of meditation will give you the needed strength and courage to overcome all weakness of the mind and the heart. Saying 121. Repetition of the Ram Mantram meditation on the attributes of God and surrender to all your actions to the Lord is the way. Saying 122. When the Lord's name is on our lips, we need not be afraid in this world or in any other world. Do not forget that you are the immortal truth. Saying number 123. A heart that wells up with love is the very heart of God. God is nirguna, attributeless, but He is also saguna, with attributes as pure, spontaneous, universal love. We can tune ourselves to this love through the melodious music of His name. Saying 124. The easiest method by which we can keep God remembrance is the repeating of His glorious name. Be always cheerful, fearless and free. Saying number 125. The divine name is the one refuge for the man struggling for the darshan of God. Saying 126. Indeed, the Power of God's name is simply marvelous. It can take man to the highest and the loftiest truth of world existence. The name grants him a state of unalterable freedom, bliss and peace. Saying 127, direct your vision inward and realize the glory of the Atma. The key that unlocks the door to this spiritual kingdom within you is Ram Nam. Saying 128, you may call him by any name you like, but the truth is always one and the same. Renunciation. Saying number 129, when the internal tyaga is affected, it is immaterial whether you abandon the external activities or not. Saying 130, don't be too much conscious of and worried about your defects. Saying 131, the desire to see external forms must vanish so that you can find union and oneness with the all-pervading and immortal Swarup of God. Saying 132, when sorrow and suffering become intense and acute, you may be sure that a new era bringing about a momentous change for good is about to dawn. Saying 133, Vairagya means the dedicating of our usual everyday actions to the Lord and making them thereby free from taint of desire. Saying 134, there is nothing to feel sorry for or be surprised at in this passing panorama of life. Saying 135, mere external renunciation is not only not necessary but is not the way. Saying 136, renounce all desires of the mind and the intellect and enjoy the bliss of the Atma, even though you may for its sake live in a garret or turn into a wandering naked mendicant. Saying 137, the true darshan comes when the desires are controlled and subdued. Don't look for anything without you. Don't pin your happiness upon external contacts. Saying 138, to assume sannyasa for the reason that by taking that step you could realize God is perfectly wrong. Saying 139, sannyasa is not a thing to be received from or given to anybody. It is a dedication of our entire being to the Lord and His service. It is a spontaneous wave of aspiration rising from within your own heart. Saying 140, let us not forget that we came alone into the world and that we also depart alone from it, that we never bring with us our wanted wealth or relations, and that when we give up this earthly life we do not take them with us either. Saying 141, we may live for thousands of years and may obtain whatever we desire of the world, but we shall never be happy so long as our hunger for earthly things does not perish. Saying 142, God is kind. He teaches us through our experience that our desires are our enemies and that the sense objects are worms of misery. Still we crave for them and suffer. Whose fault is it? It is ours only. Why then blame God? Saying 143, until the desire of the heart, the craving for worldly possessions and property is completely eradicated, you cannot enjoy true happiness of union with God, the Lord and Master of your existence. Saying 144, an uncontrolled mind, although it accepts the truth, cannot retain it. The fitness of the mind for absorbing the knowledge of divinity consists in the complete eradication of desire from it. This is done through discrimination, concentration, and meditation, culminating in the realization of God. Saying 145, indeed, poverty is a glorious thing. Blessed are those who are poor, because they will soon reach the Lord. Saying 146, how did wealth and devotion stand at opposite poles? Complete dependence upon God does not admit of accumulation of wealth, so poverty has been the base of our saints and sages. Saying 147, surely if we see the world with a clear vision, we realize how transient and fleeting are the forms of all lives and creatures in the world. Saying 148, the eternal has no death and perishable cannot escape dissolution. Then why grieve over the dead? Every death, every loss awakens us to reality. Hence take it that these happenings are for our good. We have our abode here as in a dharmashala. Father, mother, husband, wife and children all come together for a while, only to be separated because each one of them is on his or her way to him from whom they all came. Let us not forget that we come alone into the world and that we depart alone from it alone. Next heading is Bhakti. Saying 149, what is Bhakti? Bhakti is an intense longing to attain God. Bhakti is like a steady flame burning in our heart and continuing to burn until God is reached. The desire to reach God possesses us in such a manner that there would be no other ambition in life for us than that of realizing God. This longing consumes us like a fire day after day. Nay, a veritable madness, for God seizes our mind and all our mental and physical energies are utilized exclusively for taking possession of God. When this bhakti has brought us face to face with the dearest object of our struggle and of the quest of our life, we shall have found peace once for all. We shall have then realized a condition in which we have no desire of any kind left to be fulfilled. We are then one with the Supreme Truth. Saying 150, Bhakti does not denote a chaotic life. A well-regulated life, a keen sense of duty, and a patient and cheerful nature are the characteristics of a true devotee of God. Saying 151, childlike innocence, a vision informed with pure love towards all alike and blissful activity, beneficial to all, are the signs of the man who has achieved the blessed state. Saying 152, the Bhakta speaks thus, O God, Thou art the doer, all forms are thine, everything is thine, and thus he realizes that he is Purusha, the unaffected, inactive, eternal witness. This is his way, different from that of the Jnani, who speaks thus, all activity belongs to Prakriti or Shakti. I am Purusha, the dispassionate witness. Saying 153, truth is one, still love wants the same truth to assume duality, for play at being distant and near. Saying 154, the true devotee is one who has realized that he had the Lord of the universe are not separate. Saying 155, Prabhakti means beholding the whole universe as a manifestation or expression of God in all its varied activities and multitudinous forms. Saying 156, true love is impersonal. It is the love of the truth that dwells in the hearts of all creatures, beings and things. Saying 157, a blissful love has assumed all forms, all activities and moments are waves of this love full of bliss. Saying 158, it is perfectly true when the love meets his beloved and communes with him in the chamber of his heart, the lover feels the thrills of indescribable ecstasy. Saying 159, do not forget that the Lord and his devotees are one, playing two different parts at the same time, hence you are the Lord himself. Saying 160, divine love in the making sees faults but forgives them. Love in its grand fulfillment sees no faults and has nothing to forgive. This is the supreme innocence, simplicity and holiness of heart. It is in one's own heart. A ray from this heart purifies millions. This ray is divine grace. Saying 161, the Lord is infinite love. Our body is the temple, our heart is the throne, and He, the Supreme Paramatman, is seated on this throne in all His magnificence and glory. Saying 162, trust God and adjust yourself to every changing situation in which He chooses to place you. Saying 163, how can the remembrance of God possesses us by conceiving a deep and abiding love for Him, and till that comes a deep and abiding longing for that love. We came from Him and we are here on our way back to Him. Let us not lose sight of our goal by attaching ourselves to the perishable baubles and toys of the world. By all means, let us move, work and live in the midst of them, just as pilgrims do that meet in a dharamsala. Let us keep the divine light burning within our heart, never losing hold of the supreme truth, never forgetting the purpose and goal of life. Saying 164, Bhakta is He, Bhagwan is He. As Bhakta, He pretends to be different from Himself. As Bhagwan, He pretends to be seeking Himself. Wonderful is His Leela. Saying 165, God who is love appears to be harsh, unjust and unkind. No, He is never so. If we take Him to be such, we simply show our ignorance. Saying 166, the Lord says He is a Bhakta who always remembers God and surrenders all his actions to Him. Saying 167, the place of Bhagwan is always in the heart of his Bhakta, that is his mandir and his home, and he is never silent, always busy talking to his beloved Bhakta. Saying 168, let us pray to Him to grant us an unbroken remembrance of Himself. To fulfill this prayer, He brings about such changes in our life as to enable us to be in touch with Him always. Here He proves to us that He is infinitely kind. Saying 169, perfect faith in the goodness, kindness, greatness and love of God is a wonderful tonic to keep us ever calm and cheerful. Saying 170, that you are immortal is a self-evident truth. Prema is the very perfume that comes out of a life of simplicity, purity, self-sacrifice, humility, compassion and forgiveness. Oh, the joy of such a life. Saying 171, the working of prema is indeed wonderful. How silent and irresistible it is. No barrier can withstand its sure and steady passage. It is all powerful. Though meek and unassuming, it embraces the whole universe. It is eternal. It is simply magnificent. Saying 172, True bhakti is niskama bhakti. Any other form of it, however faithfully practiced, cannot save us. Saying 173, the true devotee cries out doggedly, do as thou wilt with me, O Lord, I am not going to give thee up. Saying 174, pray to him constantly for nothing but to lead me from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light, and from death to immortality. Saying 175, what is faith? Unquestioning surrender to God's will is faith. Whatever happens is attributed to the working of God. God is taken as great, good and kind. He is the sole dispenser of all things, since all events, changes and movements proceed from a heart ever filled with goodness, love and mercy. There is nothing to grumble about, nothing to find fault with, nothing to grieve over, nothing to be anxious about, and nothing to be afraid of. All is His doing. He works away from harmony, for harmony and joy in the heart of all things and happenings. It is He who exists at work. When this faith is ours, God becomes our never failing companion, guide and friend, and we do all actions by His will, that is by His promptings. He is in us and everywhere about us. All doubts and fears now vanish away, and we attain a state of freedom which is itself absolute peace and bliss. Saying 176, the devotee gives up the notion of I and mine and becomes conscious of the guiding hand of God in all his activities. The nature of a true devotee is that he never exults over his gains, nor does he ever lament over his losses. He trusts in God is so implicit that he is all times contented in the situation in which God places him. Saying 177, Bhakti means a united attempt to direct all the forces of the heart, intellect and will toward the attainment of all-inclusive and all-comprehensive truth of your existence, which is also the truth of the world existence. Saying 178, there is no greater acquisition in this life than perfect faith in God that stands all tests and weathers. Saying 179, love works most triumphantly in the field of self-sufficing and self-suffering and self-sacrifice. It does not seek comfort or gain for itself at the expense of others. Bravely and cheerfully it endures all pains and sorrows in a spirit of perfect surrender to the will and dispensation of the Supreme Lord of the universe. Saying 182, love your neighbor is to love your God. God apart from your neighbor is no God. The characteristics of bhakti is free love and joyful service or activity. Saying 182, God knows how to take care of those who have taken refuge in Him. Whenever help comes to you spontaneously from any direction, accept it as God sent. In fact, everything that comes to us is God sent. Saying 183, Jnana alone is insufficient and is often dangerous for the man who has to be on the bhakti path. Jnana must be united with bhakti and love. Saying 184, God is infinite love and mercy. Do not doubt this fact under any conditions, so-called fortunate, unfortunate. Saying 185, to all is the true bhakti of God, and to serve all is the real worship of God. Saying 186, love is really a most wonderful thing. It considers no sacrifice too great to achieve fulfillment in joy and peace. Saying 187, the true communion with God is through the Spirit. The moment we rise above the body consciousness, we become one with the being of God. So here I end this video number 3. Please like, comment and share the video, and please subscribe the channel. Thanks you lot. Namaskar my dost, my friends. Namaste, namaste, namaste.